When you hear the name Dave Grohl, you might think about Nirvana or Foo Fighters. But I'd like to think about his story and how he lost his lead singer, Kurt Cobain, and now he has to start a new band. But not only that, he has to go from being used to playing the background, playing drums, to now being the front guy and the lead singer. And I just think about the mind shift and the identity shift that had to take place. But he has so much inspiration to share with us. Let's jump into some interviews with Dave Grohl.
Now, before we go any further, I have to thank someone. I have to thank Edgar Winter for allowing K-Tel Records to include his legendary instrumental Frankenstein on their 1975 blockbuster compilation. It was this record that my sister and I bought at the drugstore down the street and brought home to play on the public school turntable that my mother would borrow from school on the weekends. It was this record that changed my life. A veritable who's who of 1975 radio hits. But it wasn't KC and the Sunshine Band's That's the Way, I Like It that made me want to pick up the dusty old guitar in the corner. No. And it wasn't Dave Loggins' Please Come to Boston or Silver Convention's Fly Robin Fly that made me want to jump in a van and leave the world behind for music. No. It was it was a riff. I gave it all up for a fucking riff. Interestingly enough, though, that song is completely instrumental. There's no vocal. It's drums, guitars, keyboards, percussion, each getting a solo in the song. No vocals. But what I heard in all of those solos were voices. The voices of each musician, their personalities, their technique, their feel, the sound of people playing music with other people. It made me want to play music with other people.
I have a drum set. I couldn't fit a drum set in my bedroom, and my mother surely wouldn't allow me to have it in the living room. So I was learning how to play music by ear. So listening to Beatles records on my bedroom floor with a Beatles songbook, but without having a drum set, I would set up these pillows on my bedroom floor and I would play along to records. I kind of came up with my idea of drumming and how it should be done. It's like wild with inconsistencies, and I'm sure there's plenty of things that drum teachers would smack my hand for doing, but I appreciate doing it the way that I do it. I don't think I'm the greatest drummer in the world, but when I sit down at a drum set, I'll just pulverize it. And it's kind of what I do.
With where the industry is headed, the idea of making money off a record really changing, what would you tell four guys in a garage that had a good batch of songs? What would you tell them to do today?
Go play live. Just play live. I don't understand the industry. I don't understand where music is headed. I don't really understand technology. I just know that when you walk into a club and you see a band that blows you away, you are going to follow that band. You're going to either buy their CD or you're going to find them online or you're going to see them the next time they come to play. You don't have to stand in line at the song contest on TV to become a fucking popular musician. You know? Fuck product placement and fucking labels and A&R people and all that bullshit. It doesn't fucking matter. I swear to God. It doesn't matter. And if you back that up with the idea that just playing those great songs in your great live band is enough reward for you, then you're fucking set. But you gotta be badass. You just have to be really good. It's the other things that make up for your musical inability.
Well, You know, I wanted to be a drumline kid. Like, I wanted to be a drumline kid.
Why not?
But I can't read music. I couldn't then, I still can't now. All I wanted to do was be in a line of drummers all playing drums.
I was decent. I wasn't like your level. Like,
Dude, stop saying I'm a good drummer because I'm the most basic fucking drummer. If you listen to Nevermind, the Nirvana record, I pulled so much stuff from the Gap Band and Cameo and Tony Thompson. All that. That's old disco. That's all it is.
can I not hear that?
Nobody makes the connection.
That's straight up Gap Band.
I told Tony Thompson that came to my house for a barbecue with somebody, and I was like, man, I just want to thank you because, you know, I owe so much. I've been ripping you off my whole life. He goes, I know.
Whoa.
That big disco flam, like, it works every time.
You write really cleverly about the moment you hit the big time, really, watching Smells Like Teen Spirit on MTV.
The punk rock underground was kind of like ethically suffocating. You know, you were conditioned to reject any sort of commerciality or conformity, any sort of like top 40 radio, things like that. So then when your band becomes popular, like, what do you do? Like, how do you reconcile those two things, or how do you justify that, you know? And it's difficult. I mean, it's one of the things that really affected Nirvana. None of us ever thought that we were going to be this gigantic band. We were perfectly comfortable in our little corner of the underground, doing it the way we'd always done it. But unfortunately, Kurt's songs were so good that millions and millions of people connected to it. And so you could either see it as a blessing or a celebration, or you could see it as some sort of curse. And there's this weird guilt and shame in that, which I think is really dangerous. I think it's dangerous because when you were young on your bedroom floor, there was no guilt then. When you were learning to play an instrument or learning to write songs, there's no guilt then. Anyway, so because of the emotional place I was in, I started writing the lyrics to this song. And they come from a real place. So the song started to come together, and I wanted to record it quickly so I didn't forget it. I had a friend named Jeff Turner in Washington, D.C., one of my old punk rock friends from the 80s. He had a studio next to this great bar called the Black Cat on 14th Street. And I said, hey, could I come in and just do a demo really quick? He said, sure. And without having it fully formed, I just kind of went in. I put down a drum track, I put down the guitars and the bass, and I sang it into a microphone for the first time. And it did seem to make sense. The lyric and the melody at the time where I was, emotionally, it all made sense. And I think that that's what songs should be. They should be something that not only the tone or the melody or dynamic of the instrumental, but also the lyric match in a way that it represents how you feel at that moment. I was left to my own devices and devoted every waking hour to playing music. It became my religion. The record store, my church, the rock stars, my saints, and their songs, my hymns. Springfield, Virginia wasn't necessarily known for breeding rock stars. A career in music never really seemed possible to me. It just seemed too good to be true. Surely the faces on my Kiss posters weren't getting paid to do this. Gene Simmons, imagine. But that never mattered to me because I had finally found my voice. And that was all I needed to survive from now on. The reward of playing a song from beginning to end without making a mistake, well, that was enough to feed me for weeks.
The discovery of a new chord or a new scale could make me forget about that kid at high school who wanted to kick my fucking ass, or that cute chick with the lip gloss and the soft sweater I had a crush on who wouldn't give me the time of day. I liked my new voice, because no matter how bad it sounded, it was mine. There was nobody there to tell me what was right or what was wrong, so there was no right or wrong. Now, as much as I wanted to be in a band, I was there, alone in my bedroom, day in and day out, with my records and my guitar, playing with myself for hours. I would set up pillows in the formation of a drum set on my bed and play along to records until there was literally sweat dripping down the Rush posters on my walls. Eventually, I figured out how to be a one-man band. I took my guitar, and my crappy old handheld tape recorder. I put one cassette in this tape recorder, and I hit record. I took this cassette, put it in my home stereo. I took another cassette, put this in the handheld recorder, played it back, hit record on this one, and I would play drums. Take this cassette, put it back in the home stereo, rewind it, play, and there you have it. At 12 years old, I was multi-tracking songs in my bedroom, all by myself.
Hey, it's Chris here, Manifest from Smart Music Business. I hope you loved that video with Dave. He truly is a fighter, and I want you to keep fighting for your dreams, and that's why I want you to listen to the book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams. It's popping up on your screen right now. You can get it on Amazon. Go to audible.com, get a free 30-day trial, and you can listen to that book. I'm narrating it. I just want you to remember to keep fighting for your dreams, because it's not about how you start, but how you finish.